The New England Patriots didn't just win, they sent a shockwave across the NFL. A team that looked shaky only a week ago exploded for 42 points at Gillette Stadium, dismantling the Carolina Panthers in a performance that felt like domination from start to finish. The Panthers arrived believing they could trade blows. Within minutes, they were swallowed whole by a Patriots squad that looked faster, sharper, and hungrier than we've seen in years. This wasn't just a victory, it was a statement that something is changing in Foxborough. The most stunning part was how fast the tide turned. Carolina struck first, silencing the crowd early. But instead of folding, New England snapped back with relentless energy. The offense came alive, the defense locked in, and the special teams sparked fireworks that shifted the entire night. By the time the scoreboard read 42-13, fans weren't just celebrating a win. They were watching a team that finally looked complete on all three phases. That kind of balance hasn't existed here in years. The question now, just how high is this ceiling? The wildest part is that no single star carried the load. Different names stepped up in different moments, but no one captured the shift more than the young quarterback at the center of it all. Drake May didn't just manage the game, he commanded it. And his performance is the clearest sign yet that the Patriots have finally found their leader. Before we dive deeper into May's night, hit that like and subscribe button for more Patriots breakdowns. And let's see if we can crack 300 likes on this video. The Patriots needed calm. Drake May gave them calm and command. In just his second season, he looked like a veteran who had already been here for years. He turned tense moments into smooth answers, read the field with patience, and punished Carolina's soft coverage with quick strikes. Every drive felt inevitable because of how he controlled it, and the stadium could feel it too. Look at the choices he made. May went 14 of 17 for 203 yards and 2 touchdowns, but the numbers matter less than the moments. He kept third downs alive with sharp timing. He rolled outside under pressure and fired a dart to Hunter Henry for a red zone score. On fourth down, he trusted his chemistry with Stefon Diggs, dropping a perfect back shoulder throw that silenced every doubt. That's not a quarterback hoping things go right. That's a quarterback dictating how they will. But May's brilliance only shines when the foundation in front of him holds up. And that's exactly what New England's offensive line delivered. For weeks, this unit had been under fire. Against Carolina, they looked transformed. The Panthers' pass rush never came close. The only sack was a self-preservation slide from May himself. Otherwise, the pocket was clean, the lanes were open, and the offense flowed. The unsung hero was Ben Brown. Stepping in at left guard with Jared Wilson sidelined, Brown didn't play like a backup. He blended seamlessly, holding strong against interior rushers and carving lanes in the ground game. Add that to Isaac Sumalo's steady leadership and the growth of young tackles. And suddenly, this line gave New England the one thing it's been missing: stability. And stability is exactly what Josh McDaniels capitalized on. With protection holding up, the playbook opened wide. Counters, screens, quick motions, even a jumbo set near the goal line. Every call felt like it stretched Carolina one step further, keeping them off balance all night. The offense wasn't just scoring, it was dictating how the Panthers had to play. Of course, the offense is only as dangerous as its weapons. That's where Stefon Diggs reemerged in a big way. After weeks of whispers about whether he had lost a step, Diggs reminded everyone why defenses still respect his name. He hauled in 6 catches for 101 yards, turning key downs into momentum swings. The highlight came on that fourth down back shoulder strike from May, a play that doesn't just move chains, it builds trust between quarterback and receiver. Diggs finally looked fully synced after his ACL recovery, and that chemistry changes the entire ceiling of this offense. Ramondre Stevenson also played his part. His stat line won't turn heads, but his 9 carries carried meaning. After weeks of questions about fumbles, he ran with purpose and secured the football. It was a quiet performance, but it rebuilt trust between Stevenson and the coaching staff. In games like this, even the subtle stability matters. The Patriots' 42-point explosion wasn't about gimmicks or luck. It was about balance. The line protected, the play caller adapted, the quarterback dictated, and the weapons delivered. Together, that combination made New England's offense feel alive in a way fans haven't seen in years. But here's the real twist. The offense wasn't even the unit that stole the spotlight. That honor belonged to a special teams dynamo who flipped the stadium with a single play and to a defense that suddenly looked complete again. And that's where part 2 takes us, into the chaos Marcus Jones created in the return game, Christian Gonzalez's game-changing return, and how the defensive front suffocated Carolina into silence. The Patriots' offense looked sharp, but the real fireworks came from places nobody expected, special teams and defense. That's where the Panthers' hopes were crushed, and that's where the Patriots sent the loudest message. This is no longer a one-dimensional team. The turning point came when Marcus Jones lit up Gillette Stadium with one of the most electric performances in franchise history. The Patriots needed a spark early, and Jones delivered it in the most unforgettable way, fielding what looked like a routine punt. He hesitated for just a beat, then exploded. One cut, one broken angle, and suddenly he was gone, sprinting into the end zone with the entire stadium in a frenzy. That single return flipped the atmosphere from cautious to chaotic, and Carolina never recovered. But Jones didn't stop there. Every time the Panthers kicked his way, he punished them. He piled up 167 punt return yards, shattering a team record that had stood since 1976. One return nearly went for a second score before the punter tripped him up, and even that set up a short field the offense immediately cashed in. His vision, his burst, and his balance made Carolina's coverage unit look helpless. It wasn't just a good night, it was a historic one. And now every opponent knows, kick the ball to Marcus Jones at your own risk. While special teams tilted the momentum, the defense slammed the door shut. And it all started with a familiar face returning to the lineup. Christian Gonzalez, back from injury, instantly transformed the secondary. On the Panthers' opening drive, Bryce Young looked comfortable, hitting quick throws with rhythm. Once Gonzalez locked in, that rhythm disappeared. His smooth footwork and disciplined coverage erased windows that Young had relied on. Suddenly, the same passes that felt automatic were contested battles, most of which New England won. The impact went beyond his matchup stats. With Gonzalez handling one side of the field, safeties didn't need to cheat over. Linebackers could focus on the run, and the pass rush gained that extra heartbeat to collapse the pocket. Tetairoa McMillan, Carolina's rookie wideout, barely scratched the box score when Gonzalez was shadowing him. One player's return reshaped the entire structure of the defense. And with that structure restored, the front seven unleashed havoc. Milton Williams was the first to wreck Carolina's plans, blowing up protections and forcing Young into hurried throws. Every snap he played felt disruptive. Right next to him, Christian Barmore finally flashed the power New England has been waiting to see again. He pushed through double teams, stuffed the run, and kept collapsing the middle. Together, Williams and Barmore gave Carolina's offensive line no chance to breathe. The ripple effect was obvious. Once Bryce Young felt that interior pressure, his confidence crumbled. Throws sailed high, reads came late. The Panthers' rhythm never returned. And with Gonzalez anchoring the coverage, every mistake was magnified. It wasn't just defense, it was control. But no performance is flawless. The Patriots still have areas that raise concern. Depth on the interior line remains thin. One injury to Barmore or Williams, and the front could lose its teeth. Offensively, Stephon Diggs looked resurgent, but outside of him, there's still no clear second receiving threat. Ramondre Stevenson ran with confidence, but the backfield rotation behind him hasn't provided consistent production yet. Against elite defenses like Buffalo's, those holes could become targets. That's where the X factors come in. Marcus Jones isn't just a returner. He's a weapon who can swing field position and tilt games before the offense even touches the ball. Christian Gonzalez isn't just a corner. He's the piece that unlocks the rest of the defense. And Drake May isn't just a second-year quarterback. He's showing poise that makes veterans around him sharper. These players aren't just filling roles. They're changing the entire ceiling of the Patriots. The road ahead, though, won't be easy. At 2-2, New England has steadied the ship, but the next challenge comes under the lights of Sunday Night Football against Buffalo. That matchup isn't just another test, it's a measuring stick. The Bills bring one of the league's most complete defenses, and if May stays calm against that pressure, the Patriots' resurgence becomes very real. If Marcus Jones flips the field again, if Gonzalez locks down his side, and if the defensive line keeps collapsing pockets, this team has the formula to scare anyone. For the first time in years, New England feels complete. Offense finding rhythm, defense suffocating, special teams electrifying. It doesn't guarantee a playoff run, but it guarantees a fight. And in Foxborough, that fight feels alive again. So now the question shifts to you. Do you believe this Patriots team has found the formula to rise back into AFC contention? Or was this just one magical night at Gillette? Can Drake May lead them into the spotlight against Buffalo? Or will the Bills remind them how far there is still to climb? Drop your take in the comments. Smash that like button if you're riding with the Pats, and hit subscribe for more breakdowns. Because if New England keeps playing like this, the AFC better be on notice.